Bones are amazing things. They hold us up, they support us, they make us strong. But bones have other uses. In the past, bones were thrown by diviners, seeking out the mysteries of the future. Now the bones are cubes, made of plastic or resin, but they still reveal things to us. As they fall from our fingers and rattle across the table, the story becomes clear. Welcome to Bone Throwers Theater, an RPG actual play podcast.
Thanks very much for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. This is Jordan, and I am the game master.
This is Jeff, and I'm playing Jerr Lan.
This is Johnny, and I'm playing Chime.
This is Aaron, and I'm playing Sam Feluge.
And this is Jeremy playing Julian Illix.
When we last left off, the slippery weasel
had blowed up.
Popped out of the bush.
Pop goes the weasel.
Oh!
Yes.
Excuse me.
And Chime has been recruited to help Sam, of all people.
What do you mean, of all people?
Sam doesn't seem to work well with others, except for Shane.
He had an entire military career working with others.
Yeah.
And against others.
Me and Katari did work together.
Yeah.
I would imagine it was mostly wet work. Like,
I thought you were making a sexual innuendo.
no!
I was going to say, that's what she said. Sorry, I've been watching The Office.
Actually, I have not thought about what kind of work we did together.
Okay.
Other than it was work.
Work.
Fair enough. So, Sam, you're now working with Chime, and you just had a building explode.
Like, as soon as we left it.
Yeah.
Almost like we were being targeted or something.
No. Who would do that?
Jordan pointed at himself.
Julian and
Jerr. We had left the hospital and I guess would probably have made it back to the station
Yeah.
by that time.
Because I have the rest of my day to work.
Yeah, but a lot of time has passed.
It's half over, but I still have the rest of my day to work.
Right.
We probably would have made it there with time to do some stuff before
I would imagine.
they got the call.
Mm-hmm.
The alert that the slippery weasel was on fire.
Yeah. The buildings around the slippery, what was the slippery weasel, are on fire.
The hole formerly known as.
So is that where we're headed next? Okay.
We wanted to find out information, whatever we could, about the source of the fire, right?
Yeah. So,
And if they've ID'd the body.
but anyway, Julian would, I guess, on the way back, just say to Jerr, all right, so regardless of what you think should or should not have been said, should or should not be dealt with at the hospital, you know that I'm still investigating this fire, and one of the things I was heading back to the fire station with you for is to find out the fire marshal's report on what caused the fire. Because if it's anything like any of these other fires, I suspect it to be sketchy at best.
An elemental.
No, I expect it to be some preposterous explanation that makes absolutely no sense for actually what happened in that fire.
All right. Let's go find out, shall we?
Yep. And as they approach the building, it's like being a government facility for the council. You would probably be able to get this information more quickly than I could.
Well, yeah.
Even though the council has allowed me to investigate. Not for the council, but for a private citizen who has contracted me to investigate. But they have allowed it, because you know I had to get approval.
Mm-hmm. Let's do this.
Julian's just going to follow Jerry wherever he goes.
Okay.
He goes into the bay, Julian's walking into the bay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in what I normally do. If anyone asks how he uses with me, he's looking into something.
Just to make sure I understand, you're staying at the firehouse, just going about your business, trying to discover what you can about like the source of the fire?
I'm gonna go and talk to the fire marshal.
Oh, I see. So you're asking questions and everything like that. Okay. All right. So the fire marshal's office is up on the second floor, which is above the bay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rather high area.
Yeah.
That's where the sleeping dormitories are. There's a kitchen There's a living room type of area, and then there are offices for the chief and the marshal, also the duty manager.
Alright, so we're gonna go to fire marshal's office.
Okay.
Knock knock. Hey,
Lan, good to see you.
good to see you too.
He puts down his pencil. How can I help you? And your friend.
Is it the same guy?
Yeah, it's the same guy.
So, yeah, we met earlier today.
That's right. You were outside of the house from the Nairi fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, how can I help you guys?
I'm inquiring as the results of your investigation.
Oh,
as far
in terms
as what
of
started the fire.
the accelerant that you were concerned about?
Was it considered arson or an accidental cause of the fire?
Well, we couldn't find any accelerant that would have indicated arson, but our tests were inconclusive because we couldn't find an actual source of fire. So it seemed like it started in a weird circular pattern and then spread out, but it seemed controlled somehow.
So no GX35.
No.
And you've written this in your official report that there was no GX35.
That's correct.
When you send this report off, could I get a copy of that report?
Sure. Easy enough. Any other questions I can help you all with?
You wouldn't happen to have the coroner's report here, would you, to include with your write-up?
No, not at this point. Typically, the coroner's report is submitted to the council. It's submitted independently.
Yeah, that would make sense. For the council.
For the council?
No, it would make sense for the council.
For the council. I didn't really have any questions. I was just helping him out.
All right. If there's no further questions, I guess I better finish this up if you don't mind.
Yeah. If you don't mind, I've still got a couple hours of allowed work time left. I'm sure you might be finished at that point, so I'll just hang out here and maybe get that copy from you.
Fair enough. As you're wrapping up this conversation, the alarm goes off.
Duty calls. I head off to the Bay Area to get my gear.
Okay.
And I'm gonna zip out to Jer's going down. It's like, Jer, mind if I tag along?
Sure. Throws a jacket at him. Just stay out of the way.
You get a Kevlar vest that says Rider across the front of it. All right, so you all hop into the engine and take off. And when you get there, the fire it's going pretty strong. Alcohol burns easily.
Yes.
And also I rolled a 73 on my explosion. So Jeff, we're going to need to put out the fire.
I guess it's the coordination you said?
Yeah. And it's, again...
3 for 3?
Yeah.
Target number?
Target number... It's a bigger fire. It was 12 last time, if I remember.
Is it possible that those of us who loved this bar can help?
No. I
I've only been there twice. It's my favorite bar.
I appreciate that the cheers effect is fully on, but
Sam!
Hey, Sam!
I can see Sam being Norm. I can get into this.
Actually, I can see Chime being Norm before it's
Everybody knows you.
So what is the target?
the target's 15.
15?
Save my bar.
Nope.
One for fail. You are a wonderful fireman, sir.
no.
It's a 9.
It's a long one. It's 9.
Nope.
I'm the rush in and pull people out guy. I'm not the...
Okay.
You're a terrible firefighter.
See if it...
You're not much of a firefighter at all.
I'm a healer.
2D and firefighter.
I mean, if
It's
he was
because
just-
it's the coordination and not physique.
if he was willing to actually do something.
Yes.
So the fire seems to be getting worse. as you all are struggling to...
I'm not the only firefighter
I know
here.
you're not, but you're the representative of the firefighters. You do see two people who were walking down the street that were injured during the explosion. It looks like they were actually walking away from the bar. That would be Jeremy, to control shade.
Okay.
I guess I see you two walking down the street or stumbling.
I would imagine that they're
I'm kind of sitting.
they're kind of
A little
sitting.
shell shocked.
Yeah. You have a cut on your head, I'm assuming. Banged up.
On my glass.
You just walked out of the bar with a glass in your hand.
There's blood in your hair. Chime. Since Shade's roll was so low, your disguise flickering at all because of the wound?
No, my disguise is nothing. It's all natural.
Okay. Okay, so you're not...
It's all makeup and
Yeah.
prosthetics.
The opposite of prosthetics. I'm wrapped tight.
Well, I mean, like facial hair?
No.
Or, no?
No, I'm clean shaven.
Okay.
Like you've seen Mulan, right?
Yes.
You know how Mulan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing pretty much.
So you see two people that you can actually be competent with.
Like, guys, what are you doing? What happened?
For the council.
You're obviously drunk.
Can you heal that?
I
Proxy
could give him some water.
Do we need to roll for how drunk we are?
Yes.
Well, let's see. Whether that be physique,
Or coordination. Willpower.
willpower.
Okay.
Oh, presence.
I rolled a 5.
You're drunk.
What was that?
You're drunk.
Okay.
I want to put it under, like, constitution.
I'm still not
10.
bad.
You're both drunk, but you're more drunk.
You're hammered, bro.
You haven't even got to the point of hold my beer yet,
Nope.
Chime. You're just,
Hey, that's why I was able to hold on to my beer.
That's impressive.
that's a very high acrobatics roll right there.
So Julian is following behind
Uh-huh.
Jerr, and does he recognize or remember Sam?
I'm sure that Sam was somebody who stuck out in your mind.
Yeah.
Considering your stating. So if you want to go ahead and
You were
roll
creepy in the dark
to
hallway.
recall. It sounds like a perception roll to me. So go ahead and make that target number 7.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
With like a 20.
So you quite fully recognize that Joker from the stairway.
He's gonna say, Sam, right?
Julian.
Yes. Are you all right?
I
I have 2d plus 2 in medicine, so if I wanted to do anything, I'm gonna try and help him out.
And I know regular medicine, too. So I can bandage a wound.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do what I can to
Okay.
for medicine
Sure.
with a 2d plus 2.
Metatize, let's see.
Oh, well, that's
Meditize.
awful. I have rolled a 7.
Perfect.
Oh, really? I rolled a 7 as well.
So we're
So-
still drunk.
If you were going to say that, like a wound level that you're at, I would say that you're like at the stunned level.
Yeah.
Well, you said it yourself. You're kind of shell shocked.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that they do enough to help you both recover. So you're doing okay.
Okay. Still drunk.
Yeah, still drunk. They're not.
I'm gonna take
They're not
the
gonna
beer
help you.
glass out of Chime's hand and set it down on the sidewalk and hand him a bottle of water. Say, drink that,
No problem.
and hand Sam a bottle of water as well.
No problem.
So they help you out. I'm sure that Julian at least has some questions for you.
Yeah. I was like, so what happened here?
We left bar blew up.
This is my favorite bar.
It just blew up.
We didn't blow it up, if that's what you're asking.
Well, I mean,
That's not what we were asking. We were asking what happened.
hold on. I mean, this is the second fire in 3 days that you've been outside of.
Speak for yourself.
I came here with the fire truck. I was not here until 5 seconds ago.
He was with me.
Okay.
I just want to do a quick investigation.
Okay.
Just see if I notice anything out of the sorts around. Oh my gosh! What the heck? 14. Gosh, my investigation rolls have been awful with 5 days.
It seems like there's something going on, but it's just you can't put your finger on what's happened. Like, you know that something seems suspicious, but you don't have any clear idea.
Okay.
Were there any other pedestrians that we could ask?
There are some that are gathering. It seems like there are some people who were knocked down by the blast, and they seem to be unconscious.
I'll go and check them out.
Okay. Go ahead and make a healing roll.
I'm gonna do an investigation search for something very specific.
Okay, 1 second.
11.
Okay. Unfortunately, some of the more difficult cases, you're not able to help. You gotta call some people over.
Yeah,
But
that's what I would do.
yeah, get them
anyways.
triaged by
Professionals.
yeah. But you're a professional.
Real healers.
But
I have my reasons.
but there are a
Reason that
couple.
you're a pansy.
There are a couple that come now. Play nice, boys. There are a couple that you are able to assist. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna look around some of the, I guess, light poles or whatever would be the equivalent there for any of the city's thermal imaging scanners.
Okay.
See which one is closest to where the blast originated.
Okay.
Much better. 20.
Okay. We do see one at the far end of the block.
Okay. I'm just gonna go over there and take note of the number on the back of it.
Okay. It says number 432. Would anybody else like to do something? Like go get more beer?
I can't.
The bar's gone.
Why is the bar gone?
Talk to
Where's the bar always?
What time of day is it?
Knight?
Yeah, I can't call Captain Perry right now.
No. But you could call her in the morning. You want
Well,
to pass? Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I would head back over to where these two were,
Okay.
and I've already talked to Sam. I'm gonna introduce myself and talk to Chime.
How you doing?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. My name is Julian.
I'm Chime, Lieutenant Chime.
Lieutenant, military guy.
Yeah, I think.
You think? Oh, you're that drunk?
No. Don't worry about what do you need?
I was just trying to get your take on what happened here. I mean,
We were in the bar drinking, and we toasted the council, and we left the bar, and we got to here, and the bar blew up.
now, if I'm correct, this used to be the Slippery Weasel, right?
Yes.
So this was a popular spot for
For the military.
For the military.
Primarily former military.
former military.
Recently separated. Not the only, but the most common.
Interesting. And this would be the second explosion or fire in the past 3 days that has something to do with the military or those exiting the military. I'm sure you've heard about the fire at the...
Do not discuss that.
It's okay. I am approved to investigate.
No, it's not that. For me, do not discuss that.
Why not?
Do not discuss that.
I mean, are you hiding something?
No, just cannot handle it.
So you were there? You were...
Goodbye. And I start to walk away.
And that sounds like the scene. Let's go ahead and jump to Chime's busy day.
Chime has a busy day today. And a hangover.
Yeah, I bet it's pretty bad too.
It probably would not have been as bad if it weren't for the explosion.
Right. Do you want to go to Captain Perry's office first?
Yes.
Okay.
First thing.
Easy enough. You're there.
Well, Captain, I don't know if it was another one of those cursed proxies, but I was in a fire again. I was there last night when it happened.
You're talking about the fire at the bar, right?
Yes. And then this interviewer guy was asking me about what happened here. And I couldn't handle it. I left before I had a breakdown on the street.
But the important thing is you didn't have a breakdown.
Honestly, I think I was too drunk.
Okay. Why do you think you were drunk?
Because I drank too many beers.
There's someone would ask me that question sometime. What made you think you were drunk?
I drank a few too many glasses.
And
I got nothing better to do. I'm going to see my brother later.
that's good. Tell me about your brother.
He's a jerk.
Okay. That's a good place to start. Why do you think he's a jerk?
Well, when he finally picked up the phone when I called him, he agreed to meet me for lunch, but then he kept pushing those buttons, making those fire references.
You said your brother's a fire proxy before, right?
Yes, he is definitely a fire proxy. He turned himself into one of those monsters at the age of 16, and he came into the service, and that was the last time I spoke to him. Then the other day after you dismissed me, I figured what better way to work on my fears than to talk to my brother. And he didn't answer, and didn't answer, didn't answer. Then yesterday I saw him at the park with his kids, I guess. The park by my house, mind you. And then when he left, I tried to call him again, and he picked up. And that's when he agreed to meet me today. So I should probably cancel.
Why do you think you should cancel?
Because of last night.
You're just not
At the
feeling
bar.
You're not feeling good?
Well, besides this splitting headache, I just don't know that I can take it emotionally. Dealing with him, fires, it's like somebody's targeting me with these fires, hunting me out.
I know it's got to be a really hard corner to be in, thinking that everything is working against you. I mean, don't you think last night might have just been an accident?
Well, I doubt it was an accident with the size of explosion it was.
Who would want to set a bar on fire?
Who knows? Listen, it could have been another one of those fire monsters, but I don't know. I just know it was too close to what happened the other day for me. I don't know. What do you think, Doc? Should I cancel with my brother?
I don't know if you should. Because you don't know. Maybe your brother has changed and the language that he used wasn't meant to be offensive or anything. It's just maybe how he thinks of the world.
No, it was specifically targeting me. That was obvious. It was very obvious in the way he said it. It wasn't just casual remarks. They were targeted. You should meet him. You'll hate him as much as I do.
Well, I can go and be the support for you if that's what you would like.
That might work.
All right, well then, I wouldn't cancel now. I'll go and be an observer for you, and if you need somebody to step in, I'll be more than glad to help.
Thanks, Doc.
You're welcome. And break.
Phil, as you round the corner of the dungeon, you see a pedestal rise up from the ground. On it is a green glowing potion pulsating with its own light.
I'd roll to drink the potion.
You don't even need to roll. You pull out the stopper, quaff it quickly, and discover that you're listening to Alzabo Soup, a literary podcast where we become our favorite authors by devouring portions of their brains.
Oh shit, where's my save versus poison?
No. This is a good thing. Now you're getting all the knowledge of people who love speculative fiction, talking about authors like Kelly Link, Jack Vance, Rudyard Kipling, and of course our favorite, Gene Wolfe.
Well, this character's a bust. I should just trouble up this sheet right now.
Phil, we're supposed to be promoting the show at alzabosoup.libsyn.com.
All right, I'm rolling a dwarf.
Or wherever fine podcasts are listened to.
And we're back. So we're going to go ahead and fast forward at this point to lunchtime with Chime and his brother.
Sounds like a
Choller.
TV show. Lunchtime with Chime.
Lunchtime with Chime and Choller. Today we're trying out this nice little noodle restaurant in Aqua Rail Central.
I like noodles.
I like turtles.
I like turtles. I like.
So I go and I order some noodles. Is Troller there?
Yeah, actually seems to be waiting for you. He's early today.
That's unusual.
Yeah, he's typically late to this kind of thing. And he's already reserved a small booth for you.
By himself?
Yeah, he's by himself. And he stands up when you come in. Chime, it's so good to see you.
You too, brother.
And he holds out his hand for you to shake it.
I'll shake it.
You brought somebody?
Oh, that's just one of my captains. They're gonna sit right over there.
She smiles, and Captain Perry, hi, and shakes his hand. If you don't mind, I'll just be right over there. And has a seat at the table that you indicated. So how are you doing today? Says Troller.
I'm okay. Rough night last night. I don't know if you heard about the slippery weasel, but
Oh God, you were there?
yeah, I just left right before it happened.
Oh.
How about you? What's going on in your life? I mean, we haven't talked in 7 years.
Things are going good. I separated about 3 years ago.
Oh, you got married?
No, separated from the military.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
3 years. Who is your officer? Their separation officer? Because that's what I'm doing now is separations.
I was Captain Selden.
Selden. Okay, yeah, he's a good captain. Yes, I'm working separations now myself.
Really?
Yes.
Do you like it?
Some days, other days definitely not.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's work for you, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I heard that you were trying to get a hold of me all the other day. Is everything all right? I mean, except for this accident, of course.
Well, you know the issues I have. I've had them all my life. You know what I'm talking about. I've been trying to get some help for it. It was recommended that I try to face my fears. And I figure what better way than to resolve our differences, if at all possible.
What do you mean?
I mean, you have one of those things in you.
Well, yes.
And you were always so mean to me when we were growing up. I mean, I know that partially that was just kid stuff, but
Yeah, I mean,
then you chose that thing to be inside of you.
well, I mean, it wasn't easy for me either. You know, it's the eat or be eaten kind of world out there. Sometimes you just need a little extra help to get through. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you mean by needing extra help. But why something so evil?
No, I don't see it as evil. I mean, it's a choice, you know, and you make the choices that are presented to you, right? You got to choose one way or another. I just took advantage of what was in front of me, and yeah, sure, I've given me a bit of a short fuse every once in a while, but honestly, I'm just trying to be the best guy that I can be. He actually starts kind of mopping his forehead a little bit and goes, "It's hot in here. Do you mind?" And he starts rolling up his sleeves.
Chime waits for the waitress.
And you can see that he has a tattoo on his
I saw it coming.
on his upper arm.
Jordan is holding up a printout of the tattoo, and it appears to be a fire-breathing dragon.
Yeah.
Or a fire drake.
Are you nervous about something?
No, not at all. It's just I'm a little sensitive to temperature.
I see up a waitress. Can we please get some ice water?
Sure. You're a great brother. Thanks.
Yeah. No problem.
Make it 2, please.
Yeah, inside Chime is seriously freaking out. Because this is exactly how the other guy started to go before he set everything on fire. So, Troller, what are you doing nowadays with your life?
I'm a teacher.
Oh, what do you teach?
No, it's more of a life coach kind of thing.
Oh? I'm going to be honest with you. After I tried to call you for the past couple days, then I saw you at the park by my house.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed your calls. I was away on business.
Were those your kids?
Yeah, in a fashion.
In a fashion? They adopted? Or? Well, you should have brought them. I would have loved to have met them.
Well, I didn't know you were going to bring somebody, so I thought that it would be best that, I brought them next time.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that ice water here yet?
Yep, it's here.
Is that helping you cool you down a little bit?
It's great, thank you. Yeah, Aylin, she's been with me now for a few months, and she's a really good kid. Really smart, very sharp. Gets the lessons down really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Abel, before he came to me for education, he was top of his class. He's only been here for a little while, but I think he's going to do just fine.
But you're a life coach, but you're teaching little kids?
Yeah. Parents pass them on to me. I can write up reports for them and make sure that they have the information that they need, and also that the kids get the education that they deserve to make them the best that they could be.
They must come from some more privileged families then.
Some do. Others, well, Aylin's a little bit more of a scholarship case.
Well, I wish you luck on your endeavors then.
Thank you. Yeah, would you like to come by at some time and meet them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, we don't live too far away from here, so...
Great. Well, I'll definitely come by sometime soon. Is he still sweating?
No, he's not sweating
Okay,
anymore.
good.
So, I hope you don't mind, but I already ordered the noodles.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Extra red pepper.
You sure you want that? I mean, you already said it's a little bit warm in here.
Inside's different than the outside.
Okay. I guess that's it for this scene.
Okay.
We don't know about the fire drakes.
No.
Nope. I was trying to remember if we had heard
No.
that term.
We know
did
about
not.
fire drakes.
Yeah.
No. We do not know about fire drakes.
Not by that term.
No.
Julian.
Yes.
So it's the next day after you followed the fire department around.
So he's got some reports to read.
Yeah.
He's going to read the fire marshal's report.
Okay.
And what stands out from the report?
He says that the fire is abnormal because it doesn't have any known incendiary that started the fire. And it also that there wasn't any man-made propellants, but it seems like there was a great deal of salt that was found in the room of the fire.
Which is consistent with what he was told verbally, so...
Yeah.
He's next going to go and see if he can look up the thermal image scans for outside of the slippery weasel.
Okay.
And then also for if there was one outside of Neary's house to compare with what he already has on the other fires.
So this thermal scan, are you looking for like people, or are you looking for like the temperature of the fire, or
looking for a timestamp before the fires? Because the information he had on the other fires was a specific heat and signature that happened moments before those fires went off.
Okay.
And they were similar in 3 of the 4 cases that he was looking at before.
Okay.
So he's going to just follow that lead since he's already had that in the other cases he's investigating.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation roll for that.
Investigation. Not bad.
2.
If he was Jeff, then yes.
24.
Okay, yeah, that's perfectly acceptable. So you do find that outside of the fire that happened at the Neary residence, that yes, there is a fire, there is a signature there.
Okay, that matches or comes pretty close to.
Yeah, but the thing that's really weird about it is that it only is like there for a second. It doesn't linger, and it kind of streaks.
Okay, he's gonna get printouts of that just to keep on file.
Okay, but it doesn't seem to have for the second one in it. There isn't any.
Doesn't seem to be one. No. Well, none of the other evidence matches anyway, so he just wanted to double check.
Yep.
Since he's here, and from his conversation with Gaspard, has kind of made a connection with his current investigation and his life investigation, is going to see if he can look at the backlogs of thermal imaging, how far they go back, and see if there are any of his apartment 6 months ago, specifically on the night that Aelin was taken.
Okay. Go ahead and make that roll.
Another investigation roll.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. 27.
There was 2 distinct signatures. One that came into your apartment, and it joined one that was already there. And the one that already was there, the second signature, matches the ones that you've been looking at.
So the one that matches was the one that was already there.
Correct.
He's going to go back 6 months before.
Okay.
So a full year ago, and look at the thermal scans.
Okay.
25.
Matches, but it's much less powerful.
Yeah, he's gonna print all that out.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Here's another investigation due, but this is gonna take a whole lot more doing.
Okay.
So he's not gonna do it right now. He's just gonna hold on to it. He wants to see if he can find the coroner's report.
Okay.
I guess that would be filed at a copy of that will probably be at the police station with the thermal scans. So
Yes.
he's there. Another investigation roll.
Okay.
And I'm assuming we're playing it as Julian spends a lot of time at the police station.
Yeah, he's got people he brings coffee on a regular
Yeah.
basis.
Oh, not as good. 15.
Just enough.
Okay.
So you do get a copy of that report.
What does it say?
It says that the person died of natural causes, old age. Fingerprints match the way that their fingerprints are. It shows indications of old age, like with wear and tear. And then for their feet, it matches that of a person in their mid-30s.
So he says verbally, as he's reading this report, so this is telling me what? And he's not saying to anything. He's just, this doesn't explain anything. This says the coroner doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's a weird one. An assistant says from behind. Yeah, we were all looking at the results and we matched it up. It's actually getting sent out for further analysis.
Could I have a copy?
Of this?
Yes.
Sure. That'll cost you coffee.
Sure. All right, and one last thing he's going to do immediately is find a newsstand and find the news article about the fire at Neary's house.
Okay.
Let's see what the news article has to say.
It says that fire was started in upscale neighborhood. In the house at the time of the fire was the owner of the house and one other individual. Police are looking into foul play, but they do not know if the fire was started intentionally at this point.
That's all he's got at the moment.
Okay. All right. We've got about a few more minutes. Does anybody else have a scene that they would like to do?
Yeah, Sam's going to go over to Gaspar's hospital room. So go to the hospital.
Okay.
Up to the 7th floor.
All right.
And knock on the door. And go ahead and enter.
All right. He seems to be drifting in and out of sleep.
Like morning, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's
old and
been through a lot. Was up late last night dealing with.
Excuse me. Do you have a few minutes to talk?
He kind of rouses himself. Well, I don't have much else to do.
Good. My name is Sam, Sam Feluge.
Mm-hmm.
When I say that I'm going to be perceptive, is that going to be a search or an investigation? If I'm wanting to watch for a reaction, or just straight perception?
That would be straight perception in my book.
Okay. Gonna watch for a reaction. 15.
Okay.
Does he react to my name?
Not really. He seems to be having a hard time staying awake, so he nods, like, just out of politeness, but he doesn't seem to put any special weight behind your name.
I was here yesterday with Katari.
He's good people.
So she has asked for my help with what you guys are looking for.
Mm-hmm.
As part of that, I need a list. I need 5 names off of that list.
Which names?
Any 5 names, excluding myself.
Why do you need them?
Because I need to know who's on that list to know who else has that list.
He seemed confused. I don't follow.
We're going to track it backwards. Try to find people that are being contacted. Find out who's contacting them. Because if they're contacting them, then they have the list.
Oh. Go ahead and make a persuasion roll.
Ooh. 1D.
I don't have to persuade people much. I con them into stuff. Because the first guy I had to persuade.
Oh! Well, failed that persuade.
Yeah, with a 1 on my 1D. Oh, no. +2. So I got 2.
2. Hey,
See, pluses, Jeff. Pluses.
Yeah. You didn't roll a 0.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Actually, we're going to spend 2 character points.
Okay.
You 2 more D. So adding to 2.
7. So
9.
9.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay. I mean, they're helping. I'm helping them.
Yeah, and he also
So-
had a very low target number of 5.
The dude's half asleep. I could ask him for $100 right now, and he'd probably give it to me.
Not dollars, marks.
Marks, because he's also a little drugged. So, I get a list of 5 names from him.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
All right. And with that, I think we're going to go ahead and put a pin in this particular episode. Thank you for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. Our cast is Aaron, Jeff, Jeremy, Johnny, and Jordan. We are releasing this podcast under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 3.0 Unported license. That means that you can share the podcast, but please do not modify it or try to gain financially from it. If you would like to visit our website, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater.com. If you would like to send us an email, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is @bonethrowerstheater, and also you can look us up on Facebook. And until next time, may the bones fall ever in your favor. This has been a Nerd Circle podcast production.